Hello everyone and welcome to, of course, Spinnaker Tower. What a beautiful day it is, and I'm joined here by Bobbie,
Hello.
the operations manager at the Spinnaker Tower. Bobbie, I would love for you to tell us all about the Spinnaker Tower today, everything that you know, and I'd love to hear about your sort of career history, because you've been here quite a while.
I've been here 11 years this year.
Wow. What has kept you here for so long?
That's a good question. I think, so I've had progression throughout the whole time I've been here, so that's one thing that's kept me moving forward. There's not been any boredom in the job or anything like that. So I started off as a weekend team member just when I was at college and uni, and then I gradually worked my way up to operations manager. So the learning that I have had in this job role has kept me sort of like my mind focused and things like that. But it's also the passion. You know, look at this view, it's absolutely stunning, especially today. And we get different guests in every single day, and it's just meeting new people. Having the team that we have is fantastic, and I've never felt that I've ever wanted to leave this job ever, to be honest with you.
Do you feel like because you started, I know this sounds bad, at the bottom and worked your way up, do you feel like that helped because you've done everything here already?
Yeah.
So whenever you tell somebody, oh, we need to do this, you can live it because you've done it?
Yeah, exactly that, and the team know that as well. So I always tell them, I would never ask you to do something that I've never done myself. So if I think there's something that's been implemented that I maybe don't agree with, or maybe it could be improved in a different way, or I'll get the team's input on it, because I know when I was a team member, if they valued my opinion and I was involved in a decision, then that made me want to work better and harder and actually be involved with those decisions. But I think the team have a real respect of people that have worked their way up, and they tend to work better with you, to be fair, because they understand that you were once where they were. Not saying that they're in the pits of the gutter or anything like that, but so I have a deeper understanding of practically every role we have here.
How many staff does it take to, effectively open the Spinnaker? So today, it's Saturday morning.
Yep.
How many staff are in today?
So we will have 2 duty managers plus myself, just to oversee the operation. We'll probably have 2 supervisors in the cafe, 1 to oversee our Clouds Cafe bar up here, and then 1 downstairs in our Spinnaker kitchen and bar. We'll probably have about 9 team members in the cafe and around 12 team members for the attraction.
Wow, so it's a bigger...
It's a big one, yeah.
How do you adjust when you're going from a normal day, let's call it a normal day, to then a big event? Because I've been here for events. I was really lucky when I was working at the King's Theatre to be invited to the Mamma Mia end of tour party, and it was the first time I'd been to a party here before, and it just transformed. It was incredible seeing this place in the evening.
Yeah.
How do you adjust from going to a family attraction to then suddenly party mode?
It's mad, isn't it? Because we can do all sorts of different things here. So we'll basically shut the doors, and then what we do, we will bring a brand new team in. So we have a whole new team for the evening events. Sometimes the guys from the daytimes do work at the evening events, because obviously, like you said, they're really fun and they want to be involved. And what they'll do is they'll just dress it. Sometimes we have companies come in and dress it up for people, but it just literally changes by taking the tables out of here, putting a DJ in. You've made it a dance floor.
Yeah.
So it's just literally just scrapping everything out, bringing everything in, and it's completely evolved and changed to a different space.
Any favourite events that come to mind?
We have done
you must have seen
a lot.
everything in 11 years.
We've done a lot. So we've had a lot of press events. So like the Ben Ainsley one that we spoke about earlier, we had Kate Middleton here when they launched that. That was really cool. We obviously have a lot of celebrities take part in our abseiling event, which is really nice to see. They raise a lot for charity when they do that. But my favourite ones, because I had a stint of working the hospitality events, would be the weddings.
Okay.
Because they're different every single time, but the responsibility you have to make that day absolutely perfect is
It's a lot
so
of pressure.
high. Really a lot of pressure. But the way that because every wedding's different. Nobody wants the same wedding ever, maybe sometimes. But to see how they want it and how they dress the Spinnaker Tower compared to maybe how we would do it.
Their vision.
Yeah, it's mad to see. It's so different. Like you said earlier, you know, seeing it like it is now, just with the chairs and tables, but then somebody else will come in and they'll put flowers hanging from the ceiling, they'll put a photo booth in the corner, make it completely their own.
It's incredible. I mean, you've obviously seen everything in those 11 years. I want to talk about that time where we all try to forget COVID.
Yeah.
What happened during COVID here? I mean, obviously you guys closed. How did the Spinnaker Tower have to adapt, like many other venues in the city?
So we were closed for quite a long amount of time, and then we were obviously open and then closed again when we had all the different tiers coming in. That was a really mad time for us. And if it ever came back, I would literally be like, no, not doing it, not again, thank you. But we had to put so much in place to open, to be able to give guests that little bit of freedom in that time. And we wanted to give guests that good experience just because, you know, nowhere else was open. They couldn't do anything. They couldn't see their friends. So if we could give them an hour out of their day just to come and enjoy something.
And forget about what's going on.
Exactly right. But it was probably the most stressful time I've ever had in my hospitality career doing that, because, you know, we were limited to one family in the lift. We were limited to people upstairs. We had queues wrapping around the entirety of the building. I think we had a queue for like 3 hours once. It was mad. And it was just adjusting to the team didn't know what to do, and it was a learning thing for all of us. And they took a lot, bless them. They were a really good team, really, really good team.
Wow. I mean, I remember walking down Southsea Seafront and just seeing it. It was just a ghost town.
Yeah.
What was it like from above? Just seeing nothing going on, no cars on the street, no people walking around. I mean, Gunwharf effectively empty as well. I mean, did you not come in sometimes thinking, why am I even in?
Yeah, it was so weird. It was like 28 days later. It was mad. Walking through Gunwharf especially, you know, you walk through now and it's madness.
Yeah.
Every single day, there's no quiet day in Gunwharf. I even filmed my journeys driving to and from work because it was just so quiet, and you never see Portsmouth that quiet. And I've still got those videos. They're mad to see, actually. But even just walking through Gunwharf, you're like, am I allowed to be here? Am I allowed to be out? Like, there's no one here. So walking through to the tower and coming into a tower, which normally has like 300, 400, 500 people in it at any given time, to silence. Weird.
We covered events, and one of the things actually I wanted to talk about was afternoon tea, because somebody commented on my social media saying, oh, I didn't realise they offered afternoon tea. And I thought that everyone just knew that.
Yeah.
But some people don't.
No,
so can you just
don't.
tell us the sort of other things that you offer here?
Absolutely.
Other than just coming up to the tower.
Yes, so obviously primarily we're a viewing deck, so come and enjoy these absolutely beautiful views. But we do offer a lot of different experiences. So as you said, we have afternoon teas. They're up here in the clouds. You have a table for an hour and a half. You have complimentary drinks in that. You have cakes, fresh scones baked every morning, sandwiches, and then obviously you're free to roam the tower as you wish. We also do our abseiling experience, which is a 100-metre abseil from just below our first view deck.
How many times have you had to do that?
I've done it once. I do have a team member that's done it about 35 times, though.
Wow.
It becomes like walking, doesn't it, when you've done it that many times?
That's incredible.
I mean, it is an experience. My one time is my one time. But yeah, we've got our abseiling experience, so that's a really cool opportunity for anyone. And a lot of people don't know about that, but we're the tallest abseil, I think, on the south coast, below from London, I believe. But yeah, aside from that, we've got private events every single night. You can hire out the building for absolutely anything. We do DJ nights, we do yoga, weddings, tribute nights. You know, tonight we've got an album launch party. So anything you think of, we have probably done it.
Yeah. I was going to say as well, the illuminations, the gender reveals. So I saw the price on the website. They're very reasonable.
Yeah.
I thought, honestly, it was going to be thousands to light up the Spinnaker. And I thought, you know what? All those businesses that celebrate their anniversaries or staff members' birthdays, you know, for 100 quid, couple hundred quid, you can light them at the tower.
Yeah, exactly right.
And I just thought, wow, that's
we
really
have,
affordable.
Yes, so many colours on there. So if anyone emails in and says, can we do this, this and this, then 9 times out of 10 it'll be a yes, we can do it.
Incredible. What about people who wanted to get involved, wanted to get into a career of tourism? How would you recommend them getting involved? I mean, is there any volunteering positions available here? Is there any ways that you would recommend getting
So we
involved?
don't do necessarily volunteering, but we do a lot of work experience. So if you're in that age and you feel like this is the place that you want to come and be, then we will take you on like all the time. We had 4 lads this week come and do work experience, which is a really good tool for them to use. But I would 100% recommend tourism the place to be. I've been in so many different jobs before this, and I'd never go back to what they were. I'm not going to diss them on here. But tourism, it's just such a fantastic place to work. It's easy, it's refreshing, it's, you know, you get to meet so many people, and it's just fun. Okay, let's go back. What brought young Bobbie to Spinnaker? How did that begin? How did that happen? So I lost my job, and I saw this come up, and I just applied for it. I did a paper CV, I sent it in the post, that's how long ago it was, sent my CV in the post, and then I got a call, come in for an interview, got interviewed by the general manager at the time, but I started off working in the Mary Rose, because we used to have a photography department over there, so I was based at the Mary Rose taking photos of people with Henry VIII, not the real one, and then selling them the pictures, and then gradually we stopped doing that, and then I came over here and started working here in the guest services team. Oh, okay. And during that point, to be somewhere for 11 years, because I was reading somewhere that
Most people in average stay for jobs, it's less than 2 years. So the fact you've been here for 11 must mean either you really, really love it, or you don't think there's anything else better out there.
Well,
Which one is it?
I don't think there's anything else better, to be honest with you. I love this job. You know, like we were saying earlier, there is so much variety in this job role. I can be involved with the day-to-day operations. I can be involved in the evening events. I can abseil the tower if I want to. Like, where else are you going to get that? And where else are you going to get this view?
Yeah.
Absolutely stunning. But unless something jumps out at me, and I don't look for new jobs. I'm not in any position to want to do that. Yeah, I've got no desire to leave here at all.
I mean, you can see you're so passionate about the place as well.
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever had anyone, when they've sort of asked you, oh, what do you do for work? I work at the Spinnaker. Oh, I've never heard of it. You must never get that, surely.
Never. I've never had that. Some people, like you say, they're like, oh, what do you do there? And you have to explain maybe what you do. And they're like, oh, I didn't know that, which is really insightful. But I've never had anyone say they don't know who the Spinnaker Tower is.
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows what it is and
Yeah.
you know who they are.
Yeah.
Whenever we used to get celebrities come to the King's Theatre, they would usually want to come to Gunwharf if they
Yeah.
had the time to do some shopping. And we'd always say, you know, pop up to Spinnaker.
Yeah.
Because if you're not going to come to Portsmouth often, you know, at least do some of the attractions, tick
Yeah.
your boxes, go down to Southsea Castle, Mary Rose if you've got time, you know,
Absolutely.
the Dockyard if you've got a full day.
Yeah.
But there's so much to do here.
Yeah, there is.
Is there any other attractions which you would sort of recommend to people who, if they only got a few hours in the city and they have to do certain things, what would you say you must do if you come to Portsmouth?
Obviously, the Spinnaker Tower, number one. Probably takes about an hour to 2 hours out of your day to come here. Obviously, it's not timed, so you can spend whatever time you want here. You can spend 20 minutes, you can spend 4 hours if you wanted to. But aside from that, I'd probably really recommend the D-Day Museum because that won't take up as much time as the whole of the Dockyard. And Southsea Castle as well is really beautiful to go and see. But the Dockyard itself I would always recommend that. It's just absolutely fantastic, and you can go as many times as you like, and you'll always see something new there,
Yeah.
or read something new that you didn't see before.
I find it quite fascinating, the amount of people who say they've not been to some of the attractions in Portsmouth, particularly people who say, I've lived here all my life,
Yeah.
never been up the Spinnaker,
Yeah.
never been to Dockyard, never been to local theatres, never been to Southsea Castle. I mean, what do you think the reason is for that?
I don't know. I think people are just so set in, you know, it's their city, they see it every day, there's nothing new for them to see. Because I'll be honest, I only came up here once when I didn't work here, and that's just because I had a friend that worked here and I came to see them. But, you know, it's such a different view on the city itself that I would recommend it to anyone to come and have a look at it, because although you may think you know the city from, you know, 100 metres up in the air, it's completely different. Completely different. And we also offer the residents discount, so anyone who lives in a PO postcode gets a discount off their ticketed price as long as they show the proof at admission. So we'll always look out for the residents and always give them a discount.
What about SO postcodes?
We'll move on from that one.
Double. You have to pay double for your SO postcode. Well, I have actually been given some questions to ask you as well. They're very nice questions as well. Some of them were interesting in terms of spelling, so I had to write them down anyway. But actually, I'm going to change this first one into something a little bit more cohesive.
Okay.
How many visitors roughly per day, per week, per month, per year does the Spinnaker Tower?
Per year is a big question because that changes absolutely every year. Obviously, our peak trades is in the half terms, the summer holidays, Christmas time. So round about now time, what are we, July, we're looking at about 500 guests a day.
Does that tend to be a lot of school group bookings? And
Absolutely, yeah. So we have in the weeks school bookings, we have international groups, we have cruises, coach tours, and they're really picking up at the minute. We have loads of those currently. So we work really closely with the port, so with all the boats coming in from there.
And there's obviously a lot of cruise ships now
There
coming
is
in.
loads, yeah. So the international trade is really picking up for us at the minute, and that's really putting a stamp on our visitor numbers.
With that actually, and you talked about the port, how many other sort of collaborations or partnerships are there with other venues in the city?
So we work really closely with everyone. So our general manager and myself, we have really close working relationships with all of the attraction leaders and team. And it's basically a case of if they need anything, they ask us. We'll always be willing to help them with anything they need. In terms of like the space and stuff like that, they'll always come and promote stuff here. We had, you know, the Mary Rose guys here presenting something the other week. But yeah, we work really closely with everyone, and we're tied into, you know, helping them with whatever they need.
Amazing. Okay. Right, so I'm going to cover TikTok because I loved this video. I thought it was so good. And actually, I use this as an example to any businesses that come to me and say, oh, we want some marketing advice. And I tell them, you have to get into your video marketing.
Yeah.
If you don't, you're dead.
Yeah.
You have to keep going. And then, of course, I saw good old Alan. With his Gen Z script video, which was absolutely brilliant. How did that come about? Because a lot of, let's say, more strict venues would say, you're not allowed to do this. This is too far.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
So, number one, Alan is a great guy, absolutely fantastic team member. He's been here 12 years as well, so just a little bit longer than me. And he is always willing to do crazy stuff like that. But we've got an apprentice duty manager at the minute, and it was her idea. And she just came forward and she'd seen the video from someone else do it, like up north or something. And she went, oh, we need to do this. And I was like, do you know what? Let's do it. It is so funny. And Alan did it so well. There was a few outtakes where he got it a bit wrong, which is perfectly fine. But it's just fantastic. And it just blew up, that video. It was so funny. And even now, Alan comes up to me and he's like, how many views are on that video now? And I've got to show him, like, there you go, Alan, you're still famous, don't worry. But we want to have fun, and we want to show that side to us where we, you know, we're not just a strict corporate business. We want to have fun, and we want people to join in on that fun as well. And
what I loved about it is you did it, and then suddenly the Historic Dockyard did it as well.
Yeah.
So, you know, and it was also they're older volunteers that did it. So it looked hilarious because, I mean, even I didn't understand some of the script.
I didn't know any of it,
just like,
none of it.
You know, I had to put it through ChatGPT to understand what it meant. But I just thought you guys had to change or adapt some of your marketing styles. And you see people from the ages of, I mean, one day
babies,
old to, you know, 100. So you see people for all ages. So do you feel like that marketing side has evolved over your 11 years here? Has that changed?
Oh, absolutely, yes. So when I started, we didn't really have a presence, and obviously that's grown over time anyway. So within the last few years, social media has become such a big thing. And we've just actually given one of our team members sort of responsibility to do that. So look out for, you know, what's going viral and sort of bring it to us, and we can say, yeah, absolutely do that. But it's just getting everyone involved and sort of keeping on trend, because, you know, there's that big audience now that's what they look for. They don't go onto our website to see what we do. They go to our TikTok page to see what we do. And if we can show them, you can get this amazing view whilst having a laugh with Alan, you know, we're winning.
I mean, I didn't know Alan before that video, and then I saw him having lunch down there on the bench.
Yeah, he's
like,
always
Alan!
down there having lunch. Always down there, bless him. He's got his nice little routine when he's working.
Bless him.
Great man.
No, brilliant. Okay, so here's a good one.
Go on.
When Spinnaker was sponsored by the Emirates,
Oh, here we go.
how would you personally have felt if it was painted red and white?
Okay. So...
Diplomatic answer coming up.
Well, no, I'll be honest. So I was a team member at the time, so I wasn't involved in any of the strategy or, you know, the planning or the PR or anything like that. And they delivered it to us, and I was like, wow, that is ugly. Like, it was foul. Who paints a White Tower red? I mean, I'm not a football fan or anything like that, but I knew that was wrong. It was not the right decision to be made at all. And it was just funny for us as a team, because we had so many people come in and be like, where can I sign to say I don't want it to be red? And we were like, I don't know. And we actually, a lot of people don't know, but we actually did have the red paint here ready to go, because a lot of people think it was just like a PR thing and stuff like that. But the red paint was here, and we were literally about to go with it. And then it was like, don't do it, stop. I could imagine the people and the protests, people are coming in.
Would have been, yeah.
It would have been mad.
Imagine with social media now, would have absolutely blown up.
They would have, yeah, we would have been ripped apart now.
What amazes me about it, because it's interesting, you said the paint was here. So many people must be saying, oh yeah, no, it was red and white for a little while. I was like, no, it wasn't. There was a lot of mock-up pictures and people made stuff. I was like, no, it definitely wasn't.
No, there was no red paint. They came and picked it up and they took it away as quickly as they
I wonder where it went.
Southampton.
Yeah. You spoke about the PO postcode discounts as well, and I was just going to ask, or somebody else asked, does Spinnaker Tower still offer PO postcode discounts, and how do I get my PO postcode discount?
Yeah, we do. So all you need to do is have an ID with your postcode on it, so just a valid driving licence or a utility bill, something like that, just anything with your postcode and your name on it. Bring it in, we can do the tickets here. Alternatively, you can book them on the website. Just make sure that when you're coming in, you're bringing that proof of postcode, but that's for all PO postcodes.
Brilliant, amazing. And I think it's 30% or something, isn't it? It's quite a large...
Yeah, it is a large portion, to be fair. Yeah, it's a good discount.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay, other than the Spinnaker Tower, where would you recommend tourists to visit when in Portsmouth? You sort of already covered this one, but if there's anywhere else...
I wouldn't say there's one place that you shouldn't visit in Portsmouth.
Any events that you think you should come down for, especially?
Victorious, obviously, is a big one. Pride this year was massive.
What's the view like for Victorious from here?
Really good, except for when they put the stage around the wrong way. So if they turn the stage around this way, we could all sit up in the Sky Garden.
Can we get a Spinnaker stage maybe, which purposely facing this way?
Well, we should do, shouldn't we? We should do. And then obviously we have the Sail GP event coming up soon as well, which is going to be massive for the city.
I mean, it must be incredible. All the events that are going on. Obviously, the Southsea Common, we can see the Southsea Tyre Festival there getting set up. To see some of those events. Have you ever been surprised thinking, oh, I didn't know that was going on?
Yeah, all the time. Like, there's circuses, there's fun fairs, I didn't know the Thai Festival was going on, to be honest with you. And you come up and you look out the window every morning, you think, oh, what's going on there? Let's have a little Google. And then the team speak to guests about it as well. So, yeah.
I was about to say, do you have a lot of visitors who sort of come here and they'll mention, oh, they're off to...
Yeah, loads of times. They'll say they've come here just to pass the time before they go to, like, the cinema, or they've got tickets to go somewhere out there, or, loads of people do that.
Okay. Right, so this is one from me. You can work at any tourist attraction in the world.
Oh, yeah?
Not in Portsmouth. Where would it be and why?
That's a tough one. Do you know, I'd like to give Disney World a try, just to see
what your role be?
About. I don't know, I'd be one of the two-point person. That way, please. I don't know, they're just so happy all the time, aren't they? And I'd just love to see if, like, all the conspiracy theories are true. Is there underground tunnels? Is Walt Disney really frozen? I don't know. That's what I'd love to know.
I mean, that would make some great TikTok content as well, wouldn't it? People would
He's in a
really
chamber
love that.
underneath Magic Kingdom.
Wow, okay. Bobbie, thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you.
Really enjoyed our chat, and I might just stay up here all day now.
Stunning,
actually.
isn't it?
It's beautiful, what a beautiful
Bring
day.
your headphones up here, have a coffee. Stunning.
I mean, amazing. What about work from home? Can we do that from here?
Yeah, you could do, to be fair, especially in the weekdays. There's loads of tables free.
There we go. You heard it here first. Thank you very much for joining us for another episode of Terence Visits. Bobbie, thank you so much.
Thank you.